An issue that many SketchUp users struggle with is populating their scenes with large numbers of product or merchandise models. A common example of this problem is the modeling of a retail outlet, where copying around one or two different component models will simply not work, as the entire store will look as though it has been stocked with only one or two identical product items. So in SketchUp, with the one or two component models that are either individually created or found elsewhere, many users are forced to explode these component models into groups, then copy these groups around their scene and individually apply different materials or resizing to create the illusion that the store is full of a wide range of different product types. But the big problem with this is that due to the large number of merchandise items needed, your SketchUp file can quickly become much larger and more difficult to manage. So here we want to show how you can use a single component model and create an endless number of versions, all with different finishes, shapes and sizes, with almost no increase in your resulting model file size. So here we start with a simple SketchUp scene and also with a live Bloom Unit viewport running. From our SketchUp component library, we place a model of a single left shoe onto our display table. Now SketchUp has a very useful function where if any part of your component model is painted with the default finish, then if you drop any other material onto any copy of that model, then only the areas with the default finish will change to your new selected finish. To show this, let's double click on our single shoe model and enter edit mode. Then select only the faces at the top of the shoe platform and paint these surfaces with SketchUp's default finish, which is always displayed and available at the top of the materials dialog. To create the right-hand shoe for the necessary pair, we simply copy our shoe model to the left and use the scale tool to quickly mirror the detail and create our right-hand shoe model, and then reposition this for a better presentation arrangement. Then we simply copy this set as many times as we like throughout our scene. And then we can drop any finish we choose onto any individual shoes. And if you change your mind about the selected finish, then you simply drop a new finish to instantly make that change. You can also endlessly resize, rearrange or reposition any of the individual shoe models to create variations of your merchandise presentation. But the great benefit here is that this entire merchandise set is still only made up of a single shoe model, and the resulting SketchUp file size will remain unchanged, unlike the huge file size increase that would result from using copied groups. To show this process again, let's drop a single handbag model onto the rear of our display table. This component model already has the default finish applied to the selected surfaces. And let's make copies of our new handbag model along the rear of our table. Now we simply drop different finishes onto each handbag. And note, we can even use the considerably expanded material parameters available in Bloom Unit to create a much wider range of realistic finishes. Opening up SketchUp's Outliner dialog, we can see that all our merchandise items are comprised of only instance copies of two single components, handbag 1 and lady shoes 116. You might also need to populate your scene with components that have multiple levels of changeable materials or even other configuration or assembly options. This can be readily achieved by setting up groupings of subcomponents that will still retain a very high level of file size efficiency. Using SketchUp components with default materials in combination with Bloom Unit, can provide a fantastic tool for creating large, high detail and photoreal scenes, without the penalty of struggling with large SketchUp and Bloom Unit file sizes. And if you haven't tried Bloom Unit already, please visit our website at bloomunit.com for a free 14-day trial and experiment with the process we have described here. It will be worth your while.